Hi guys, this is Adam Bowman with IEC, Marketing Manager. I'm sitting here with Nathan Goff. He's from Extreme Electrical. Nathan, how you doing?
Doing good today.
Good. I appreciate you sitting down with me and talking today a little bit about the industry. We've so far talked to Tom Strive and Amanda Joggers, and we're going to kind of continue the pattern and talk about a few things that we talked about with them. But Nathan, how did you get into the industry, and what ultimately led you to becoming a co-owner of a company?
Well, growing up, my dad was a custom home builder, so I've always been close to the trades, whether it was, framing, any type of carpentry, roofs, masonry, electrical, plumbing. Always had a summer job working on homes, so always been close to the trades, always enjoyed it. Came to be an electrician through building cell phone towers. I used to travel coast to coast building cell phone towers, installing the services, all the equipment that makes them work. And then I got to work for a company that did cell phone towers, and they had an electrical only division. Moved over into the electrical only division, and was there for 10, 12 years, teamed up with Caleb Hunter, and here we are, almost 10 years later.
That's awesome. So with the craziness of COVID-19, how have you guys been affected, and how are you handling this new adventure?
Well, I want to say, we have had some jobs push off, residential. There are some individuals that don't want anyone in their home. In our big picture, honestly, we've had pretty steady work. We feel pretty lucky. We've been able to keep all our employees working 40 hours a week, and we're taking extra precautions and whatnot. And obviously, if people are wanting us to wear masks and gloves and everything, we're doing that as well.
Excellent. So can I ask you, what made you want to be an electrician?
Well, obviously, kind of going back to the trades, and that's kind of the trade I fell into. I really enjoy it. It's interesting. It's on new construction end of it. It's seeing a project from start to finish. If something doesn't work, I really enjoy troubleshooting. Whether it's a simple light switch or even motors, I just enjoy the troubleshooting. So it's just an interesting job. You can do something different most every day.
I think talking with you last year, I was interning here, and I remember I believe the three of us were going to a Chamber of Commerce thing, and we were talking in the car, and I remember we were talking about how it's kind of cool to drive past a building and say, I worked on that one, I worked on that one, and you can see the completed project, and it's so fulfilling to see a project from beginning to end.
It is cool, and some buildings come full circle. We do a lot of commercial. We do a lot of just a tenant finish. But there's some buildings that we have built. Actually, there is a building in Chesterfield that I did ground up working for another company, and the management company that takes care of it now, we've actually remodeled it twice. So it is kind of pretty cool to see or to know that you've almost done 100% of that work in there. It's pretty cool to know that.
So with we've talked about with other companies, the high school kids have unfortunately this year, are missing graduation. Their career fairs have been canceled, so it's been difficult. As I'm sure a lot of them are looking for a course of action where they want to go with life. What would you recommend to them, or why would you promote the electrical trade?
A trade it's a hands-on occupation. I think that there will always be work out there, whether you work for a large company or a small company. A trade is something that, and I guess I can back up, if depending on the size of company that you start to work for, get hired on at, you can obviously start day one, start working, getting paid. You can go to the trade school, go to the trade or the IEC. You'll go to school at night, work during the day. Depending on the company, that you're working for, you have the opportunity to get 100% of your school paid for, depending on how that company works their schooling and their payback. I mean, as an electrician, I know the pay scale can differ just a little bit, but you know, you could in 4 years get out of trade school. You have the opportunity to make $60,000 plus, give or take. Most companies have a form of health insurance, whether they pay 100% or 50%, and that probably just depends on how good the health insurance is. Most companies have 401k or simple IRAs. So, I mean, 4 years out of high school, you could be making a good income and support a family.
Well, thank you, Nathan. I appreciate your time. Thank you for sitting with me and doing this. I know it's hard to get in front of the camera sometimes, but
I fix my hair today.
I appreciate it. And thanks, guys, for watching. We'll be doing another one here in a couple days.